Class, well, I'm busy already. So thank you for all coming. For those of you who have been here before on these nights where we remember my grandfather, you'll know what to expect. For those of you who don't, basically I'll hand over to Sensei Tim's, he'll do a bit, and then we'll do some stuff between all the down grades. So it's quite a fun practice. With that, up you get. Just spread out.
In the essence of Mr. Foster's thought, he was never satisfied with his technique. He was always trying to make it better. And he said to me once, you know you never arrive. There's always something more to be found. And this is certainly a fact with what we're going to do tonight. But also, we're going to do practice in the way of solid flexion king of the garden. We do a lot of this at Slough. He only ever showed this twice, but it's stuck with me, and it's a really great way of learning stuff. So, bear with me with this. Can you get your pocket? That wasn't mine. So we're going to do the bottom technique. I'm going to explain what we're going to do. You just stand in camo. We used to have this raising argument with Lawson up in Scotland, because the way we used to do this bottom technique was to push that in down and do this. And he used to say, if I hold on to that really tightly, you can't do it. And he's right, you can't do it. So then we changed it to turning and moving this way. But even then, there's an essence where if he's holding really tightly, this becomes very difficult. So I found a way of making it work a little bit better. So we're going to do it in the way of solid, flexible king of the garden. So solid to begin with. So I'm not going to move. And hopefully he's going to stop. Right. So closing the posture up means that I'm going to step to where I need to be, which is here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my posture again to draw him out of his centre. Now that takes no strength at all because it's from the floor up. It's not in my arms. Closing it there means that this can now happen. And you'll find that your posture, having closed up, it's just a simple opening. And your feet will over hips. You don't make these great big stances. So once again, close, step, arrive. Close up again, gets him moving. If you'd like to give that a try, you can go in groups of 3s, 4s, pairs, whatever you want.
Don't move there, just close on. Good.
Right. And this is designed so that you can train your body to go to exactly the same place every single time. Now when we do this in a way of flexible, what happens is that you close your posture up to begin with and you move with getting leaning out, straight back. So you're looking for little couplets of movement, and there's usually 3 couplets per technique, rule of thumb. Your first couplet is to get this coordinated movement going. The second one is to get the raw, and then the third one is the take-off. And you're going away from your opponent, and they're going away from you for safety's sake. If you did this with a live leg, which I wouldn't suggest you do, there is a danger that if he doesn't move, he's going to get cut. So his best intention is to get out of the way when he's got no more control over the blade. Does that make sense? If you don't try it, it's flexible.
You're determined to give it away.
It doesn't finish until the completion of everything that you've done. Now, if you're not used to this, don't go daft speed, go at a fairly moderate pace. But what you're looking for is a continuity, so there's no stops. That's the hard part of this. So, what you're looking to do, collect, please try.
Hi everybody, I'm John. Right. Okay. So, one of the many things that reminds me of Mr. Foster is Shianagi. So, mostly we do Shianagi nicely like this, body. Yeah, so you can try both. You can do this nicely here. Turns and doing down. Sensei Foster did it, so it was correct. Oh, good. Yeah. So when you turn, it just come down here, right in front of him, and it hits someone to behold. Sorry, not to behold, all that. So he just used to bring it straight down in front of him. So try both ways, so you can feel it. But on this one that's coming down in front of you, gently.
grandfather, for some of us, we're privileged to be as yukis as well. So I think when you were as yuki, that's when you learn just that little bit extra. However, there are certain times when you might wish that privilege was given to someone else. Typically, if someone had annoyed him and he was about to do one or two certain techniques, or in my case, if I just annoyed him, I was getting it anyway. So, with that in mind still, one of these techniques was Nikio. I always remember it was pretty odd, shall we say. But I also remember him taking me through third form Nikio when I was young. And actually, there's some similarities to what Sensei Timms was talking about with regards to, I guess, taking out the slack and the extension. So we'll do it this way. Come. So whether you want to do this escape, bring your foot together, out, or this way, as I tend to do it, doesn't really matter. But the key thing is breaking this posture. So now I've broken this posture. But the problem is, I've got to get round this arm to get into my Nikio. So what I've learned recently, or started seeing this, is if you turn this hip and come over, you take the slack again. So if you think about it, come from here to here, I don't want to give this back to turn. So when I'm here, think of your Tainahenko, come around, and you have this. Now when I come around, this is the bit that used to be terrifying. Bring the chicken back. Okay. Keep the shoulder engaged. Down.
Sensei Foster wasn't a man of many, many words. In fact, we probably said far more than he would ever say on that. But one of the things that I noticed on Thursday during our training, William used the phrase that Sensei always used, and I think it sums up Aikido in a nutshell. He used to say, when you're pulled, enter. When you're pushed, turn. And that to me is what Aikido is all about. You're not giving anything, you're not giving resistance. All you're doing is enjoying part of the journey. So can I borrow something, please? Thank you. As there's a variety of ways, we'll start with the first four. So, when you offer, close your posture slightly. This will give you much more of an opportunity if he pulls, if you enter, step off to the side. So we've got a rotation on the wrist. We'll take it through, shin out. If, sorry, let's do that. he now pulls, and I find myself going in a different way, something else. Or if he pushes, similarly, I can find something else. So don't give up any resistance, just calm everything down, do it nice and slowly, but pull and push. Okay? Practice good. Thank you, John. Push.
Quite another thing you can do.
Janet.
As everybody has said, there's many things you could say about Mr. Foster. He was a great man, he had a lot to offer. And how can you remember, what is it, 11 years?
14.
Trying to remember many of the things that he used to teach us. But I'll just show one. It's about, as we were saying earlier on, as Sensei Paul said earlier on, it's taking the balance. And if you've got that balance, I think you can do most things. John, in terms of balance, we got several balance points. You can come down, you can take them, bring them to the side, and it goes quickly. We got to also remember, I think when we're practicing on the mat, which is probably what I'm going to say, we have to be kind a little bit to our bookies. They don't want to land them to the ground. We have to bear in mind their weight, height, and various other things. But with something like John, it would be very hard for me to move him unless I do the technique properly. And John, if I just do this, and do intentionally, he's rigid. He's not going to move, is he? So, closing our back to closing our feet. Working, step that bit further. Just a gentle one like that. He's not going to really turn up. I'm on the ground first. But there again, I've got something like tanning. Tanning. I don't really need to do much. So, I'm not using anything, whereas John, I had to go back a bit further to outstretch it. So, pick different people in different sizes and just see how much of an angle you've got to get at, what you can do to get them down without really using excessive force. So,
So I thought about this Sensei a couple of weeks ago in Star Trek 3 or something. You're right, calm.
Somehow I thought about you going to say that. So, first of all, now, when I always trained under Sensei Foster, he always used to say, if the uki doesn't give me any ki, there is no need for me to do anything. You can stand here till sunset. But as soon as I feel something of resistance, suddenly this becomes a point of conflict. So, there's no key, and normally if I push, I feel a resistance there. That makes me want to do something. Either turn or go with the key. If it's a static key, so it doesn't let me move, then I have an option to turn or draw and create a moving key. If Norman pushes and pulls, then he's already giving me a moving key. So if he pulls, then I've got key and I can do something with it. So what we're going to do is start with just a static key. So I'm going to take in the ik here, and there I feel some more resistance. Okay? And he doesn't let me go past this point. So he's giving me key in the opposite direction now. I can't do anything. If he's stronger than me, which I'm sure he is, there's nothing I can do. It's dead. But if we go through, we find another way out of the blockage. Resistance, get through, turn, and pull away. And you basically shoot and step through. Make sure you, at this point, you extend your key. And then this way. Any one of the lights.
Next up.
I can't believe it's 14 years since Mr. Foster's gone. And to be quite honest with you, I've got to give credit to the senseis at run clubs now for still being here. Because it's been a hard time, especially with COVID and that. So I think I've done very well. Hotel sensei does it for money, but that's what I'm going to do now is not going to be disrespectful to my sensei at all, because you shouldn't do this on the mat, but I'm only doing it for this reason. And William? How I see Yokoman is either haymaker, roundhouse, whatever you want. But if he goes to my head, he's going to knock it off. And he's going in a round fashion. So I don't want to stop that at all. I want to join his centre, take him out of his comfort zone and do a technique. Now I always wondered about centre. John's always picking me up for keeping your centre here. But there's also keeping a centre, keeping to your attacker as well. We've got our centre and they've got theirs. So if Sensei goes to them, I join his centre, and I'm going to take him out of the centre. Now we're part again. But I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in this. This is the technique. It doesn't matter. Don't take my eyes off it. That don't matter. So, feet together, join. Same thing. Now you're back to the other belch, back to first form. Lift. Now, before we used to do all this drawing out, but you shouldn't feel anything here. There should be nothing at all. Listening with you?
Taking you with my finger and
So I think it'd be nice to do that in groups and definitely have the down grade in with the other girls.
Next up, Tanner, please.
What I remember about Mr. Foster was his readiness. And these things I remember I tried to always do my best ability. But he's always ready, seemed ready. He did his techniques, I'll say it, without effort. So I'm not going to do any of that. Can I have don't want to be there. Ready. So I'm not going to try and grab this. We wouldn't be there. We're probably going to be gone before I can grab that. So I'm going to aim here, but I want to finish here. Being ready. If I'm not ready, and he is ready, it's no good. It's no good training like that. You never learn anything other than the stat. So you need connection. So he knows. Okay? It isn't to think about. You need to do it this way. I want to say it's okay. Slap yourself in the shoulder while you're at it. Think about your shoulders.
The other way. This way towards us. So I go there, yeah, and then under his arm. And then keep the centre on, that's it. So just like you would centre, you would go elbow like that. Yeah. This one's coming between the hands. Yeah.
Some time. It's full of difficult innovation, but please, thank you.
Oh, maybe we will try something not very orthodox, in a sense that most likely we do Canterbury. We're very sad that we do Canterbury. So can I go with me? So, your technique, whatever. You're blocking first. So when we have a block, we go forward. It doesn't matter what block it is. One-handed, just grab it. Higher. From the knife block, grab the wrist, go with one kick. Simple.
Took the knife out with the other end, stabbing it. That's good.
Go to the knife. Use the knife like a blade.
It's just
Next up, Gavin. Would you like to share something on this?
As I remember Mr. Foster, if he said not bad, you're quite lucky, and if he didn't say anything else, that was good. But he made me think all the time about the technique that I was doing at Steve. The skip is simple, we just go first forward and we're going ring ready. Both positive and negative. So first form, you're right. First form, there's in the explanation. You're getting behind there. And the body goes through. Thank you. Lord Shepherd
didn't know Mr. Foster, but whenever he's spoken, he seems hugely respected in the Aikido world. I'll continue with the rinny. Are you okay? Just a second. My understanding of the rinny at the moment is entering, an arm and face the same direction as him. As I turn, engage this hip. Put my forearms back. Enter. Turn to face this direction. Hopefully I should get him off balance a little bit.
No one is someone behind you.
Now we're going to play what type of circle type shape can we create to bang our partners. So in some sort of spread out. Thank you. Very good. Line up, please. Granddad? Class. So as always, thank you for coming. Like someone said, 14 years, it seems like yesterday. It's incredible when you think about it. But testament isn't that our clubs are still going, although for us as teachers, when we're doing what we're doing, I think the testament from Granddad is people on here that don't know him, have never met him. If it wasn't for him, and my uncle badgered him to take him to judo about 70 odd years ago, or whenever it was, none of us would probably be sat on this panel. So the fact that we continue, I think, is really special. So thank you for that. William, I've got a couple of Sensei. I've got a couple of gifts for you. So I've been going through some of the things in the house, and one thing was given to my granddad was a 6-dan belt 20 years ago. So I think you deserve this. This next thing will come with an explanation about a taxi journey in Singapore when we're but I thought you might like to have this as well. Thank you. So thank you. Sharon did tell me don't give me any old rubbish. Thank you. Thank you. Very enjoyable.